Welcome back to another video of interview series. Hello everybody, this is Naval. Today I'm going to talk about what is the difference between procedures and functions. So before understanding the difference, let's talk about the procedure and functions first. A store procedure is nothing more than the SQL code you save and reuse it over and over again. If you write a query and use it over and over again, it's better to save it as a store procedure and use it. It save your time, effort, and energy. And functions, let's talk about the functions. Like functions in any programming language, SQL Server user-defined functions are routine that accept parameters, do some calculations, perform some calculations like complex calculations, and give result as output, as a return. So it can return a scalar value, it can return a result set. So let's understand the difference between these two now. Store procedures may or may not return any value, but user-defined functions must return a value. Next is store procedure can be used with the select command or DML commands. The DML statements means insert, update, and delete. We can use store procedures with them too. But user-defined functions can only be used with the select command. And store procedures can be used in the input or output parameter. But user-defined functions, in user-defined function, we can use only input parameters, not output parameters. Exception handling like try and catch, we can write try and catch in the store procedure, but we cannot write try and catch in the user-defined functions. Basically, it is exception handling is not allowed in user-defined functions. Transactions can be allowed in between the store procedures. Once we are creating a store procedure, we can write the transactions, but it is not allowed in the user-defined functions. Table variable and temporary variable can be created between the store procedures, but we can only table variables are allowed in functions. Temporary variable cannot be created in functions. We can call functions in the store procedure, but we cannot call store procedures in functions. Come to the next, and we can use store procedure in select, where, and having, and we can execute it through the execute statement, or we can write exec. And user-defined functions are used only in select statement. So we will understand it through the practical. We'll come to it later. And we cannot use store procedure in join clause, but we can use user-defined function in join clause too as a result set. Basically, store procedure are used to create a business logic. If some business logic is pending, we can create a business logic to get the solution. But if we need to do some computations, calculations, complex calculations, we can use functions. It's up to 21,000 input parameters we can use in the store procedures, and we can use 1,023 input parameters in functions. We can execute dynamic SQL, but we cannot execute dynamic SQL in user-defined functions. The non-deterministic functions are basically the function which changes the value frequently, like get date. Get date changes every second, every millisecond. So we cannot use it in a user-defined function, but we can use it in store procedures. So let's understand it. I have created two procedures over here. The first one is USP get employee manager, and the second is USP get employee PF. So this procedure is basically used to get the employee who are manager in the table. So this is a table which we are using in it. So this function, this procedure will return the managers, like So let's execute it, exec, as we have seen that, and execute it. So there are two records who are manager in the table. So this procedure is basically used to calculate the PF in the store procedure. So here we can get here we have seen that procedures can return or may not return a value. Here this procedure is returning one value. So if we are passing, let's say if I execute both the queries simultaneously, so then we can relate it better. Here what we have written, select star from employee, we have shown all the records which are exist in the table, and the next we have declared a PF value, and we are executing the get USP get employee PF by passing one value. One means ID1. ID1, so the salary would be 14,000, and we need to calculate the PF. We need to calculate the PF of that employee. So PF of that employee by 0.12 by 12% is 1680. So this is the procedure we are using. Next is if I want to use the functions, so we can use it in the select as we have seen that, but procedures can be used in insert, update and delete command or statement too. So here we can use it as a, so basically the one is ID, and we are passing one as a input parameter. So we are giving one in the functions, and it is doing some calculation in the functions and returning a value. So it is returning a PF value out of it. So that is the practical session. Next is what are the benefits of the store procedures. The store procedure basically, once we create a store procedure and execute it, it basically execute one time and it gives you the result every time. So it reduces the client server traffic. It is efficiently reuse of code and programming abstractions, and it enhances the security controls, because once you create a procedure, you can give the permission to the user to execute it or not. It's up to the access level. So the benefits of the user defined functions are they allow modular programming. Basically, if you create a function, it performs some calculations and give you the output as a result set. It can give you a result as a value or a result set. They allow faster execution because it as same as store procedure, they execute once and they give you result faster. And it also reduce the network traffic. So that's it about the procedures and functions. And it is very important question which is asked in every or two interviews of SQL development. I hope you understood all the concepts between the difference between the procedures and functions. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Have a nice day.